Hello, good evening and good morning. My name is Tommi Nyränen and I'm co-leading the Data Use and Research Identities workstream with Jamie Guidry-Oville from NIH. So I'm from Elixir, I'm from Finland, and I'm going to talk about what the DURI workstream is currently working on, the standards that we have, and the future plans that we have. So we have basically two standards that Global Alliance has approved. First one of them is Data Use Ontology that was approved in 2019 in the first quarter. So this standard is led by Melanie Courtauld and Jonathan Lawson. And the idea behind the standard is to enable us to encode the allowed data use based on the original consents that the dataset controllers need to regulate. So having a standard around data use ontology allows us to build operational services around the ideas that the regulators have on the technical side. So basically, we have the first version of the standard out, and we are currently improving the existing code definitions that we have found are not adequate at the moment. And we are trying to implement the standard definition in various services integrated as part of entire processes of data access. There was a gap analysis recently, and DURI participated, and some of the gaps that were identified were really about how the standard could be implemented into the DAC processes. And one thing to fill that kind of a gap is make the Duo more machine readable. And in here we have to really work with the other work streams, like the regulatory and ethics work stream, and we are actually doing that. The end point for data use ontology would be to have an impact on the healthcare in general, so that we could help different global genomics projects to reach an impact to the actual healthcare benefit. So we're working currently with the EGA, the European Genome Archive, Elixir, the European Bioinformatics Infrastructure, Genomics Japan, Australian Genomics, and H3 Africa regarding Duo. I mentioned already the collaboration with the regulatory and ethics work stream. So we have coined a new concept or guideline, how different people who are asking consents from human research subjects could do their consent forms in a way that they would be compatible with the data use ontology that we can encode with the Duo standard. So I know this is a bit of a hard idea, but if you think about that, if you write a clause in a consent form, can we translate that into the technical systems that we implement in the Global Alliance and make that in an interoperable way? So this is a fundamental thing. So it sort of crosses between the technical and legal interoperability. So this discussion has been really fruitful and very, very good. So Tiffany Bothwood and Adrian Thorogood have been instrumental in getting this thing forward with us. So next, what we're trying to do is we would expand the amount of consent clauses that the Duo codes that we have cover. So basically the first guideline that we made is not comprehensive. We've received a lot of good feedback how to go forward with that. We're working on projects in Japan and Australia and US in order to get this done. So one thing that we're doing actively to make this go forward is to work with the actual DACs, data access committees, so that we would understand why our standard doesn't fit their current process and what we could do better. So we've been working with the Sanger Data Access Committee from the UK and the NIH, because Jamie is, of course, the director in data access at the NIH. So we revealed gaps, and what we want to do is to integrate with the other standard that we are driving, the GA4GS Passport, which I will tell you about next. So the Passport is the recent accepted standard. This is led by Greg Voisin and Sarian Bowers. So what we do here is we enable encoding the researchers and identified researchers' permissions to access services, so data or compute services provided by a cloud. So we can encode this so that the service providers who provide, for instance, compute services for genomic data, they can interpret that, okay, there is a data access committee who has endorsed that this researcher is a bona fide person, and they have actually applied and received permissions to access datasets under their control. So we are doing in similar things as with the DUO. So we are doing consultations with the data access committees and their process, and trying to help them understand to what extent this standard would help them to streamline data access. So it's not a holistic solution at all, but it's a critical component that we hope that we would be able to standardize. So we are integrating the passport in the federated analysis demonstrator that is a part of this conference as well. So there's an animation how this could be done. We have increased the documentation about what the GA4GS Passport can do if properly implemented. And we are supporting the major players in genomics data, like the NIH RAS initiative, so that the standard that we are proposing is compatible with what they actually have. So there's no conflict, basically. We could then say that the NIH implements Passport, and that would be really powerful. So in the gap analysis, it was revealed that the actual integration across the standards, so DURI, cloud workstream, AI, security, so this is not a cakewalk. We have to still do a lot of work to get this done. And we're doing this in the FASP golden demo, of course. And these are the recommendations to the DURI workstream as well. And so we're keen to work across the work streams to get these things done. So as we know, we have the situation with the COVID, so that actually underlines the necessity of responsible and secure data sharing in secure systems, not just like within Europe, what we are doing in the European data portal, but also globally. So the host genomics data is something that I think hits GA4GS very well. So we're quite aware of these developments. Again, we are working with several driver projects along this and several work streams as well. Thank you for your attention.